Matty, you reached 50 Forest Green Rovers goals on Saturday with your goal against Salford City. How does it feel to reach that landmark?
Yeah, over the moon. A bit of a relief getting there now. Obviously it would have been that little bit sweeter winning the game. At the time, obviously, it was to make it 2-1. I thought we would have gone on to win it, but no, over the moon.
And you've picked your top 5 here for us to watch through. Easy or difficult to pick out your favourites?
No, difficult. There's a couple I could have thrown in there, but these ain't just me best goals, but obviously they've all got a meaning behind them. So that's why I picked these as my top 5.
I suppose the first one that we're going to look at, it was an important game, wasn't it? The 4-0 win at Tranmere in 2022. Why do you like this one?
Yeah, I like this one because of the meaning. We were top at the time, they were second. Obviously being away at their ground. At the time we had the best goals for in the league. They had the best defensive record. I think they only conceded 15 at this point. And yeah, it was the first goal of the game, which was very important.
What was the feeling going into this game? Because it was built up as such an important one, wasn't it? Where kind of the winner would be favourite to go on to win the league. So how much confidence was there that there was going to be a win in this game? Yeah,
I think we sort of knew we had a big points gap at the time anyway, and we sort of knew if we could beat these here, it could stop there, a bit of a run for them, and obviously kick us on towards the end of the season. So yeah, it was a massive win at the time, and yeah, like I say, we went on to win the league, so it proved to be a good 3 points.
Moving on then, and this was a couple of months before, wasn't it, against Barrow? You scored a brace in this game, so we've put both goals in here. What did these goals mean a lot to you?
Yeah, they meant a lot. Obviously, again, Mark Cooper was the manager at the time. I had a lot of fans inboxing me and texting me saying that they'd like me to score. And obviously, with Mark Cooper, he's a great manager, but I didn't play as much as I'd like under him, so it was just a little point prover for me to say that, you know, I'm here. And on top of that, the reason why both goals are in here is because it was my 9th and 10th league goal of the season, so I hit double figures after the second one. Do
you put pressure on yourself to score in games when you got fans messaging you and stuff like that? Do you put pressure on yourself?
No, not really. I want to score in every game. Win, lose or draw. If I haven't scored, yes, the 3 points are the most important. But as a striker, I always come away disappointed and think to myself what I could have done better to get myself a goal. But yeah, no, I mean, when it means a bit more to the fans as well, it's always that bit sweeter.
And goals from set pieces, you scored quite a few that season, didn't you?
Yeah, Richie, he was assistant coach that year, he gave me a free roll. You seem to know where the ball drops in the box, so we give everyone else sort of jobs, and wherever you feel like you can make contact, you do it. And yeah, luckily that year I was rolling the dice and I was getting lucky every time, most times.
And I always felt like this second goal was quite an underrated one, wasn't it? A real team goal, unselfish from Jammer, who had a great partnership with that season. Yeah,
listen, I say still to this day, Jammer's the best strike partner I've played with, and a good friend. I still text him to this day. And yeah, I would have done the same for Jammer. He see I was in a better position and he squared it, and yeah, it was a good contact. And like I said, that was my 10th league goal of the season that year, so it was a nice one to hit double figures.
So next up, from that same season, Colchester away. That was an important win, wasn't it? Because we were going through a bit of a difficult spell at the time. Is that why this one is in there?
Yeah, a couple of reasons. That was the main reason. Yeah, we were going through a bit of a rut. We were talking about before the games, need big players to step up, and this was live on Sky as well, so that was always nice. And it was the only goal in the game, so sometimes that makes it a little bit better, to get that all-important goal. But yeah, another great team goal, and I was happy with it, very happy.
And how many goals do you think you scored like this that season, where a cross comes in from the right? This time it was Dan Sweeney, wasn't it? But just being in the right place, right time.
Well, that's the quality we had. Kane gets it there 9 times out of 10. It's him who would be crossing the ball in, but this time it was Sweeney. And like I say, I knew with his quality that he'd pick me up.
How much did the game being on Sky as well mean to you? Was that, trying to think, your first televised goal or on Sky for Forest Green?
Yeah, definitely for Forest Green, first televised goal, I think. Obviously we had a couple of games. That was another reason. We had a bit of a bad run on TV games. So this was sort of to stop the rut with that as well.
Next up, one from this season, which was in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy against Shrewsbury, and surely the best quality goal you've scored for Forest Green.
Yeah, this one was important to me because it was the first time I walked out the armband on. So I was captain in this game, which meant a lot to me, obviously being at the club for as long as I have. We won 3-0, this was the third goal. And I think this just shows that, you know, I've got a little bit more to me game than just in a box finisher. Fox in the box, if you like. And yeah, I'd probably say this is the best goal of the bunch. Probably could, personally, I like the Swindon goal this season as well, where I go through the boys' legs, but this one's probably for me the best goal I've scored at Forest Green.
And no surprise, that brings us on to the most recent one, Matty. You hit 50 on Saturday against Salford City, and what a goal to go with it as well.
Yeah, I can see it going in now, actually, yeah. No, it was a good goal. Obviously, this one's important because it's the 50, it's the bullseye. And like I said, at this point in the game, it was to make it 2-1 in the 70th minute, I think, or around that sort of mark. But yeah, again, it was a different type of finish, one with my left foot a little bit behind me. And it was a relief, like I say, to hit 50 goals is a special achievement.
What are you thinking when the ball comes into the box here from Brownie and the knockdown comes down?
Well, when it comes in there, I can see, obviously, me two big uns, Geordie and I think it was Bunks, going up for it. And I'm just hoping, really, I'm on the move. I'm just hoping we'll get your head onto it, because if you do, I'm one step ahead of the defender here. And they did, and luckily I got a good connection and see it go in the top corner.
How difficult is that finish on your weaker foot as well?
Yeah, it's a difficult finish, but it's a reaction as well. For me, it's just a reaction finish. I was doing a bit the day before in training with Dan, goalie coach, and the gaffer and Ned. We was actually doing this finish, so it's always nice to see training ground stuff coming into the games.
50 goals, that puts you as, I think, our 4th highest goal scorer, 3 behind Paul Hunt, 3 behind Alex Sykes. I think you need 17 to beat Christian Deutsch. How motivated are you by club records? Yeah,
records as an individual is something you want to achieve. I don't know too much about the two in front of me, but as for Deutsch, obviously signing under Mark Cooper, he was a massive fan, always spoke about him very highly. I know a few boys who's played with him, said how good of a player he is, and obviously you can hear from the fans what they think of him, so it'd be nice to score more than him, but again, to even be in the running where I'm at the minute is a special achievement.
Top man.